Hi guys, thanks for tuning in and watching my video today. I wanted to share with you something I saw in an article the other day that just piqued my interest. And the title of the article was, "Do you want to know what guests think of your home?" Right? I mean, that's pretty intriguing, isn't it? What do guests really think when they walk into the door of your house? I am going to go over some things that designers say are the top things that people pay attention to. So stay tuned. Okay, so in this article, there were about 18 different things that designers talked about that people pay attention to in a home. So what I did was I drilled into those and I chose my top 5 things. And how I did that was I kind of thought of it as the things that we look at when we're staging a house and getting it ready to be put on the market, and how we feel about certain things in a home that are important to buyers. So I kind of picked the ones that I agreed with as far as what are most important to buyers as well. So these designers, the number one thing, the first thing in the article that they said that that people respond to is scent or smell. I actually have another video that I did about smells in a house, because I will tell you the one thing that happens when you walk into a door of a house that smells, buyers react in a big way. Whether it smells really good with like fresh baked cookies or something like that, or whether it smells bad, they react in a pretty extreme way. And I will also tell you that if there's too much like the air freshener scent, that is not good either. So anyway, what designers say about houses is they say that it's kind of like what hits you in the face when you walk into an office or a classroom or a store or a restaurant. Or I've had my own experience walking into a hotel and thinking, oh my gosh, this hotel smells amazing. So that first reaction of scent is super, super important to people who come into your home. Isn't that interesting? The second thing is another thing that buyers react really strongly to as well, and that is cleanliness, right? So I'm really particular about that in my own home because I have a dog that sheds, and I tell him to his face that I would love him more if he didn't shed. I am not shy about telling him that. I hate all the shedding. So that to me is, if I have some people that are coming over, my number one thing is that I have to get the floors swept. Preferably, I have to get my kids to get the floor swept, but definitely the pet hair has to go. And also the other thing is for guests coming to your house also, but also for home buyers as well, bathrooms have to be spick and span super clean, right? No guest in your house wants to go into the bathroom and have like there be a ring in your toilet or like hairs in your sink or something like that. It's just gross. So home buyers are the same way. If you see a bathroom that that's not clean, or you see dishes in the kitchen sink and that kind of thing, that's a no-no. So that's a big thing that designers say that people react to in your home as well, as cleanliness. The third thing is the first impression, right? The entryway. So entryways are a big deal as well in home buying, because again, that's that first impression you never get a second chance to make, is the entryway. So they say, let me see what they say. Let me quote them real quick. It says, designers say that thoughtful entryway decor is quite literally designed to make a statement. So play it up with bold, high contrast paint, statement lighting, oversized florals, that kind of thing. So you want to kind of make a statement in your entryway, which is kind of a fun idea. Now, I will say with home staging, it's a little bit different. You don't want to make too much of a statement or use too big of a piece, because you want the area to feel big when people walk in the door. So a little bit different for home design versus home staging, but the entryway is super important to the home designing as well. The other thing is that designers say that guests pay attention to is lighting in a house. This is the same for home buyers too. Lighting in a house is super important. One of the first things I did in my own home when I bought it was I switched out the kitchen lighting, because the house had a big fluorescent light in it. And if you've watched any of my videos over the years, you will know that I absolutely hate fluorescent lighting. in my opinion, nobody looks good in fluorescent lighting. It accentuates the wrinkles and it just, yellows your teeth and all that kind of stuff. So fluorescent lighting is a no-no. So in a house, you want the lighting to feel warm and inviting. I personally prefer a yellow light bulb to a white crisp light bulb. I know that I'm maybe in the minority on that because I know that white lighting is more energy efficient, things like that. So, but put some lamps out, change your chandelier to be a little bit more modern, that kind of thing. Lighting makes a big impression on people when they are guests in your home. The fifth and final thing that the designers say is a big deal in a home are personal items. And this is the same in home staging, but I say it's the same. It's the opposite, right? The same because we do concentrate on it, but it is an opposite sort of thing. So in a home that, from a designer standpoint, you want to put that personal touch on the house. You want to have your grandfather's, antique camera on the shelf, or you want to have your favorite book out for display. You want to have, maybe some of your antique dishware that was your grandma's, that kind of thing. You want all those personal touches in a home. Maybe some family photos too. And in home staging, you don't want any of that stuff. You don't want anything to sort of be a distraction to a buyer when they're looking at a home. So you don't want personal things that they might get caught up in. And it's funny, it makes me think of this one house that I showed a buyer to this last spring. And this person in the house had gorgeous artwork. And it was the kind of artwork that it hangs in galleries. I mean, it was by some known artists and things like that. And I was actually very distracted walking through the house because I couldn't stop looking at the art. And the buyer wasn't, big on the art and things like that. But I was super distracted by it. So really, you don't want that kind of stuff in a house when you're trying to sell it, because you want to sell the house, not the stuff. So, but from a design standpoint, I can totally see how those personal touches are really important, and really show your guests in your home who you are and what you like and that kind of thing. And you want people to sort of know you when they come into your house. So that is all I have for you today. Those are kind of the top 5 things that designers say guests look at in your house, and just give you some new ideas about maybe some ways that you can switch it up to make a great impression on those guests when they do come. I hope to see you next week on another edition of All Things Real Estate, and bye for now.
All things real estate and all things